stop right there. Look at the screen. Let me ask you a very serious question. How many times have you stepped up to take a free kick for your team, felt the heavy eyes of your teammates, your coach, and the spectators burning a hole into your back, only to absolutely blast the ball directly into the wall or sky it miles over the crossbar? You feel that deep, burning embarrassment, don't you? You jog back to your position looking at the ground, shaking your head, pretending the grass was somehow uneven or your boots were just a little too slippery today. But we both know the brutal truth. You don't actually know what you are doing. You just run up, close your eyes, swing your leg as hard as humanly possible, and pray to the football gods for the best. Well, hold on. Just wait a second. I am here to tell you that you are going to stop guessing today. I promised myself and I promised you from the very beginning that I wouldn't waste your time with this video, and I am going to keep that promise right now. We are going to be as quick as possible, diving straight into the deep end with no big grammar, no confusing scientific theories, and no boring chalkboard coaching talk. Just pure, unfiltered layman English and real football terms you can actually take to the pitch and use this afternoon. So watch closely, sit up straight, because I am going to reveal the 6 elite free kick secrets that only Cristiano Ronaldo knows, and more importantly, exactly how he uses them to make world-class goalkeepers look absolutely foolish. Do you want to be the reliable player your team actively begs to take the free kick in the 89th minute? Or do you want to remain the one they secretly hope stays far away from the ball? If you want to be the hero, if you want to be the boss of the pitch, continue watching, because every single second of this breakdown is going to completely change your entire football career. Let us start with the absolute foundation, secret number 6. Follow me on this closely. When the referee blows the whistle for a foul outside the box and hands you the ball, what is the very first thing you do? Be completely honest with me right now. You just lazily drop the ball on the grass, right? Maybe you pat down the turf a little bit so the ball doesn't roll away, you step backward a few paces, and you get ready to shoot. That right there, that lazy approach is exactly why your shots have zero power and absolutely no unpredictable movement in the air. You are treating the football like a plastic toy. Hold on, look at Cristiano Ronaldo. Watch closely the very next time he gets a free kick on television. He holds the ball in his hands like it is a precious diamond. He spins it around carefully in his palms. What exactly is he looking for? He is looking for the valve. Yes, that tiny, seemingly insignificant little hole where you pump the air into the ball. Why does that matter so much? Because the valve is the absolute hardest, most dense, and heaviest part of the football. Do you think it is just a crazy coincidence that when he strikes the ball, it sounds like a literal cannon going off in the stadium? He places the ball on the grass with that valve facing directly towards him, right exactly where the sweet spot of his boot is going to make violent contact. When you hit the hardest part of your boot against the hardest part of the ball, you get maximum energy transfer. You get raw, explosive, terrifying power. Are you starting to realize just how lazy your routine actually is? You are leaving free, massive power on the ground just because you cannot be bothered to look at the ball properly for 2 seconds. Wait, do you actually think hitting the ball anywhere works the same? No, it doesn't. If you hit the soft, opposite side of the ball, the kinetic energy is absorbed by the air bladder, and your shot becomes a weak, floating pass straight to the goalkeeper's chest. From now on, when you place the ball, I want you to bend down and find that valve. Point it aggressively at yourself. Treat that placement like it is the most important pass of your entire life. Continue watching, because placing the ball correctly is only 5% of the equation, and secret number 5 is going to violently expose how terrible your run-up actually is. Now let us move seamlessly to secret number 5, which is all about the legendary, world-famous 4-step stance. Ask yourself this critical question. When you step back to take your free kick, how many steps do you actually take? Do you even know the number? You probably just walk backwards aimlessly until it feels sort of okay, right? Sometimes it is 3 steps, sometimes it is 5 steps, sometimes you just take a huge, chaotic run-up from the halfway line like you are trying to kick the ball out of the actual stadium. This wild inconsistency is exactly the reason why your free kicks go left, right, high, low, and literally everywhere except the back of the net. How can you possibly expect to have a consistent, deadly shot if your run-up changes every single time you play? Hold on and follow me into the mind of a champion. Look at Ronaldo. Every single time, no matter the stadium, no matter the intense pressure, no matter the distance to the goal, he does the exact same calculated routine. 1, 2, 3 for giant steps backward. Then 1 deliberate step sideways to his left. He stands tall, legs wide apart, taking that famous, intimidating gunslinger stance. Why does he do this? Is it just for the cameras? Is it just a marketing trick to look cool and intimidate the poor goalkeeper? No, wait, listen to me. It is pure, calculated biomechanics. Taking exactly 4 steps back gives his body the precise, exact amount of distance needed to generate maximum forward momentum without losing his delicate balance at the point of impact. Taking that 1 specific step to the side physically opens up his hip flexors. Do you know why opening your hips is so vital in football? Because if you run completely straight at the ball, your body is totally locked up, and you have to force your knee and leg to awkwardly swing around your body. When you step to the side, You create an optimal geometric angle that allows your kicking leg to violently whip through the ball like a heavy slingshot. You are currently suffocating your own natural power by running up like a confused, uncoordinated amateur. You desperately need to build a routine today. You need to measure your steps carefully. If you don't have a mathematical routine, you are just relying on pure blind luck. And let me tell you, luck does not win you golden boots or trophies. Keep watching right now because the physical setup means absolutely nothing if your mind is a mess. And secret number 4 is going to show you exactly how to control your nerves like a cold-blooded machine. We are already at secret number 4, and this one is going to make you feel very guilty because it totally exposes how weak your mentality is when you are on the pitch under pressure. Let me ask you directly, what goes through your mind when you are standing over a crucial free kick? Your heart is violently beating out of your chest, right? You are heavily listening to the crowd shouting your name or booing you. You are anxiously looking at the defensive wall, and suddenly that wall looks like it is 10 feet tall and made of solid brick. You are nervously looking at the goalkeeper, and he looks like a massive giant blocking the tiny net. You are terrified of missing. You are actively panicking inside. And because you are panicking, your leg muscles tightly lock up, your breathing becomes short and shallow, and your entire shooting technique completely falls apart. Hold on right there. Look at Ronaldo standing intensely over the ball. Have you ever closely noticed what he does right before he starts his explosive run-up? He takes a massive, deep, exaggerated breath, his chest fully expands, and he forcefully exhales out through his mouth. Why? Is he just being dramatic for the television cameras? Follow me on this deep physiological insight. That deep breath is a calculated biological hack. When you are extremely nervous, your heart rate dangerously spikes, which completely destroys your fine motor skills and timing. Your body instantly goes into a primitive fight or flight mode. By taking that deep, controlled breath, Ronaldo is manually hacking his nervous system to slow down his racing heart rate. He is quickly flooding his brain with fresh oxygen. He is strictly telling his nervous system to calm down and execute the mission. He completely and utterly blocks out the screaming fans, the intimidating wall, the crushing pressure, and the heavy scoreline. He brings his entire undivided focus to a single microscopic point, the exact spot on the ball he is going to violently strike. Are you doing that? No. You are helplessly letting the chaotic environment control your brain. You are rushing the shot just to get it over with because you are secretly scared of the big moment. Wait, do you want to be a coward on the pitch who hides from responsibility? Or do you want to be a killer who thrives in the chaos? If you want to be a killer, you absolutely need to own the moment. Next time you step up to a dead ball, do not rush for anybody. Make the referee wait for you. Make the goalkeeper sweat and overthink. Take that deep breath, control your wild heartbeat, and violently focus your mind. Continue watching the screen because now that we finally have your weak mind and your sloppy stance sorted out, we desperately need to talk about the physical mechanics of the actual strike. And secret number 3 is going to completely change how you use your plant foot. Listen to me very carefully, we are halfway there. And secret number 3 is the single biggest reason your shots embarrassingly end up hitting the corner flag instead of beautifully hitting the top corner. Let us talk seriously about your non-kicking foot, your plant foot. Ask yourself right now, when you run up aggressively and plant your foot heavily next to the ball, where exactly is your toe pointing? I can almost 100% guarantee you that your toe is lazily pointing somewhere off to the side, completely away from the goal frame. Am I right? And you actually wonder why your shot slices wildly wide into the stands. Your plant foot is the ultimate steering wheel of your entire body's momentum. If your steering wheel is accidentally turned to the right, the car is forcefully going to go to the right, no matter how hard you aggressively press the gas pedal. Hold on, watch extremely closely at Cristiano Ronaldo's plant foot during a slow-motion replay. When he is about to strike that ball, his left foot plants deeply into the grass like an absolute, unmovable tree trunk, and his big toe is pointing directly, perfectly at the exact spot in the goal net he desperately wants to hit. It is exactly like a highly trained sniper taking careful aim before pulling the trigger. Why is this specific detail so unbelievably crucial? Because where your plant foot points, your heavy hips will naturally and instinctively follow. And where your hips aggressively follow, your whipping kicking leg will ultimately go. Follow me deeply on this vital insight. If your plant foot is slightly off target, your body urgently has to overcompensate mid-swing. You have to awkwardly twist your spine, you instantly lose your core balance, and you sadly lose 50% of your generated power directly into the ground. You are currently heavily sabotaging your own shots before your kicking foot even touches the leather of the ball. You need to aggressively drive that plant foot into the ground right exactly beside the ball, not too far forward or your foot will hit the dirt first, and not too far back or you will embarrassingly sky the ball over the fence. It needs to be perfectly parallel with the ball, pointing dead directly at the goalkeeper's net. This takes extreme, relentless discipline. It is not a natural human movement, and that is exactly why 99% of amateur Sunday league players never ever get it right. Wait, are you seriously going to remain part of the failing 99%? Or are you going to actively fix this massive mistake today? Hold on, do not you dare click away because secret number 2 is the actual magic trick. It is the closely guarded secret to the famous, terrifying knuckleball, and if you lazily miss this part, you might as well just never ask to take a free kick again. We have officially arrived at the heavy hitter, secret number 2. The unbreakable ankle lock and the perfect contact point. Tell me the truth, when you desperately try to shoot a free kick over the wall, do you softly use the inside of your foot? Do you try to beautifully curl it like David Beckham in the early 2000s? That technique is totally fine for a curved cross into the box. But let me tell you, that is absolutely not how you generate the terrifying, violently dipping knuckleball that Cristiano Ronaldo is globally famous for. When you try to hit a powerful knuckleball, your foot probably weakly wobbles upon impact. You accidentally hit it with your clumsy toe, or you softly hit it with the squishy part of your instep, and the ball just floats harmlessly and slowly into the laughing goalkeeper's arms. You feel incredibly weak when that happens, right? That is specifically because your ankle is acting like a wet, floppy noodle instead of a weapon. Hold on, watch exactly how Ronaldo's kicking foot looks when it fiercely hits the ball. It is not relaxed at all. It is locked completely solid. He aggressively points his toes straight down towards the grass, locking his delicate ankle joint so incredibly tightly that his foot literally becomes a solid, indestructible block of dense bone and carbon fiber. Why must you lock your ankle so severely? Follow me deeply on this physics lesson. If your ankle is loose and floppy, the massive impact of the heavy ball aggressively bends your foot backward. All the built-up kinetic energy you perfectly generated in your long run-up is instantly and completely lost. But if your ankle is rigidly locked, all that incredible energy is violently transferred directly into the core of the ball. Now wait, where exactly does he hit the ball? He does not hit the bottom underneath, or he would wildly sky it over the stadium roof. He does not hit the side panels, or it would predictably spin. He fiercely strikes the absolute dead center of the ball, right exactly on that hard valve we thoroughly talked about earlier, using the large instep bone situated right on top of the shoelaces. He intensely hits directly through the center mass with absolute zero spin. Do you actually know why the ball mysteriously moves left and right violently in the air? It is scientifically called the Magnus effect. When a football has absolutely no spin whatsoever, the invisible air currents violently catch the raised seams of the ball, making its flight path entirely unpredictable. The diving goalkeeper thinks it is smoothly going left, and suddenly, violently, it drops sharply to the right. You physically cannot do this if you hit the curved side of the ball. You absolutely cannot do this if your ankle is weak and floppy. You have to be incredibly aggressive. You have to actively attack the center of the ball like you violently want to pop it with your boot. Continue watching carefully, because purely knowing how to hit it is totally useless if you do not know how to correctly finish the powerful swing. And secret number 1 is the most counterintuitive, bizarre movement in all of football history. This is exactly it. We have reached secret number 1. The absolute holy grail of the Cristiano Ronaldo free kick methodology. Ask yourself right now, what exactly do you do with your leg immediately after you viciously kick the ball? Think about your last shot. Your kicking leg freely swings all the way across your body, right? Your right foot likely ends up high in the air, hovering on your left side. Your childhood coach probably strictly told you to completely follow through your whole life. And for a normal, simple ground pass or a heavily curling finesse shot, your coach is absolutely right. But for a dipping knuckleball, your coach is dead wrong, and your massive sweeping follow-through is the exact primary reason your ball never sharply dips in time and sails 20 yards over the crossbar into the trees. Hold on right there. Watch Cristiano Ronaldo's kicking leg the exact, microscopic moment after he makes violent contact with the dead center of the football. Does his leg swing high up into the sky? Does it elegantly wrap around his waist? No. He executes an abrupt, violent, sudden stop. It is almost exactly like a harsh stabbing motion with a knife. He aggressively drives his foot entirely through the ball center and then instantly halts his forward momentum, often letting his kicking foot land heavily on the ground first before his plant foot even moves. Why on earth does he perform this incredibly awkward movement? Follow me incredibly closely here. When you lazily swing your leg entirely across your body, you are naturally, automatically applying a subtle brushing motion to the surface of the ball. You are accidentally creating heavy spin, even if your brain doesn't want to. Remember what we literally just learned about physics. Any spin completely destroys the unpredictable knuckleball effect. By stopping his heavy leg abruptly and violently, Ronaldo strictly ensures that the fast contact is a pure, flat, concussive push. He is literally punching the ball with his foot, not gracefully sweeping it. This harsh stabbing motion is exactly what beautifully causes the ball to fly dead straight aggressively over the tall wall and then suddenly drop violently down like a heavy stone dropped from a building, leaving the terrified goalkeeper completely rooted to the spot, watching it hit the net. It is totally unnatural. It is genuinely hard on your knee joints. It feels incredibly weird and wrong the first 100 times you diligently try it in practice. But wait, did you actually think becoming a global football legend and scoring worldies was supposed to be easy and comfortable? You have been dangerously coddling your technique for years. You have been lazily doing what feels physically comfortable instead of doing what actually mathematically works. You have to entirely reprogram your brain to violently stop that leg swing. You punch the ball and you instantly stop. Now hold on. Do not pause this video, do not look away, do not leave. You have just sat here patiently and absorbed the 6 deepest, most fiercely guarded free kick secrets of one of the absolute greatest players to ever step onto a green football pitch. But let me ask you a very brutal, honest question right now. What exactly are you going to do with this highly valuable information? Are you just going to comfortably nod your head, close this app, and go back to playing on Sunday exactly the sloppy way you did yesterday? Are you seriously going to go to your team training tomorrow and arrogantly sky another free kick over the bar because you were simply too lazy to practice the 4-step stance and the heavy ankle lock? If you do that, you are wildly disrespecting your own physical potential. I clearly told you from the very beginning I would not waste a single second of your time, and I gave you the exact, proven blueprint to success. But a printed blueprint is totally useless if you do not grab a hammer and heavily build the house yourself. You need to take a massive bag of footballs, go to a totally empty, quiet pitch, and relentlessly practice these 6 exact steps until your feet literally bleed and blister. You need to obsessively practice finding that hard valve, perfectly measuring your 4-step stance, deeply controlling your anxious breath, fiercely locking your ankle bone, perfectly aiming your plant foot toe, and aggressively snapping your violent follow-through. It is truthfully going to take you long, frustrating months of daily practice. But I promise you, when you finally hit that perfect, wildly dipping knuckleball in a high-pressure cup final, and the crowd goes completely silent before erupting, the feeling of absolute power will be totally indescribable. You will be the undeniable boss on the pitch. Now do me a massive, very important favor. If you want to permanently stop being just an average, forgettable player and start becoming a true, feared threat on the football field, you need to subscribe to this channel right now. Do not wait for tomorrow. Hit the subscribe button instantly. We are entirely dedicated to making you the absolute best footballer you can physically possibly be. Check out our other highly detailed videos popping up on the screen right now on how you can massively get better in football, actively learning from Cristiano Ronaldo, from his absolutely lethal heading technique in the box to his totally unstoppable dribbling skills on the wing. We have all the elite secrets waiting right here for you. Take intense action, put in the heavy work, completely stop making weak excuses, and I will see you in the absolute next video. Keep heavily grinding.